This is the Relevant Podcast.
It's episode 1235, and it's the Relevant Podcast here in Orlando. I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and joining me from Nashville, it's artist-producer, mogul, Derek Miner.
What's happening?
Just down the street there, our managing editor, downtown Emily Brown.
Hey, y'all.
And in LA, you know from Social Club Misfits, it's Marty.
What's up?
It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Do you have big plans tonight?
Thank you, Cam. Massive plans. I'm so glad you asked me. I'm going to start off the night with some chocolate strawberries and then watch the saddest rom-com I can think of.
That's crazy word.
Whoa. You're doing chocolate strawberries?
No, I probably am going to make chocolate strawberries because it was actually, I said it as a joke, but now they sound really good and I might need to make them.
Chocolate strawberries.
Yeah, I do
amazing.
chocolate strawberries on like a random Tuesday. Sometimes you just want to like, it's delicious.
That's such
honestly.
a bougie treat though. Like you got to save it for a special day.
But you know what? It's healthier than ice cream. Anyway, continue. Sorry. I do that though.
Hold on. On a random Tuesday, Marty's just hanging out on his house eating chocolate strawberries.
One thing you guys don't know about me is I love to cook, and I'm always trying to figure out like ways to have like healthy dessert. So like I'll do like the baked apples thing, but chocolate strawberries, I'll get like a special fudge, and then I'll get these. They have these white strawberries in California. You guys probably seen them before in like Trader Joe's or something. And I'll do that, and I'll dip it. I'll even get the fondue going. I'll go all out on a random Tuesday because I'm just
You're spending $35 on a random Tuesday snack.
No, I have the chocolate. I bought it in bulk. We're good.
Oh, okay.
I bought the Godiva chocolate chips.
There's albino strawberries?
Yeah, there's albino strawberries.
Do they taste the same?
They taste just exactly the same. I feel like a little less juicy, but they're same consistency, same everything, and they're delicious.
Juicy.
Yeah, pause. And so they're really delicious. And so when you dip them in chocolate, it's kind of like cool. It's like pinkish white.
So it's kind of like it's perfect for where America's at these days because we're making everything white now. So
also they're like $13 for like six.
Make strawberries white again. That's what you're saying. You're all about
They're
the
like
white.
$16 for like 6 of them. So not only that, but they're like extremely expensive.
Well, that's America right now.
Yeah.
Not during Black History Month. Come on.
You said $16 for 6 strawberries? Man, you better drop them mugs in some bleach. Drop some red ones in some bleach and get home about your day.
Yeah.
I wish I would spend $16 on 6 strawberries. That's the whitest thing I've heard in my life.
You have to have like 4. It's like splitting a bill at like Applebee's. Like you need more than one person to pay for it, so it kind of justifies it. You get 2, I'll get 2, you get 2. Okay, cool.
I've never heard of white strawberries or a rapper making himself chocolate strawberries on a Tuesday night.
Oh,
so.
yeah. You know, I got a
The
family. We gotta make it interesting now. I mean, dude, I go crazy with everything. I have a cookbook right now that someone bought me that it aligns the music with whoever is singing their favorite drink. And so the first one was like Elvis, and one of his favorite drinks was like an apple, cinnamon. You boil them together and you throw a little whiskey in it. And you know, I'm just trying to be cultured. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm trying to have the little spoons in my house, you know, like the little accents that are a little bit different when you guys come in. So you guys feel, you know, like, oh wow, this guy bought little spoons intentionally.
Well, I'm in a classy joint right now. Yeah.
Yeah. While we watch The Godfather, of course.
I'm sorry. I really respect it, but there's no way in heaven or hell that I'm finna spend $16.
Why does the number keep getting bigger though? Why do you keep making that number bigger? I think it was like 12.
16 for 6.
I think it's like 12 for 6.
You did say 16 for 6.
We got the tape. We can run it back. You said it was 16 for 6.
Guys, I'm sending you guys a photo right now of what it looks like. It's normal.
I can envision a white strawberry.
No, I know what they have them at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, they got them at Trader Joe's, but you know, California prices, I'm screwed. So, you know,
That's what I'm saying. Like you having a little, what you think is a nice little bougie snack is like a full meal for 2 days.
Yes.
Like,
I mean,
I thought I was getting fancy because I make a lot of Asian for Cohen and me, and I finally bought chopsticks, like fancy, like real chopsticks, not the wood ones.
the reusable ones. Yeah.
copy and paste.
And I have the little chopsticks holder, you know, like
Nice. I think
on
that's
the
cool.
table. Yeah.
Why not?
It's a little,
we have
upgrade
chopsticks
dinner
too.
with your kids, you know.
I love that. We have chopsticks. I have metal chopsticks, and sometimes I bring them in. They're like black and they're metal and they're cool. And I bring them into restaurants. And
I would
people
say
think
you're the person who brings a pool stick to the pool hall.
Yes.
You're a bowling ball to the bowling alley.
yeah.
All right.
and I'm
Got
like,
it.
excuse me, sir, do you guys have the paper that's wrapped in a circle with the rubber band so I could really?
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Hey, do you guys have the Benihana's, for infants? Because I have my own here.
That's a lot, Marty. That's
Derek,
a whole lot.
you're bougie and love great food. Don't you do
Derek
stuff at
is
the
bougie.
house?
Derek likes
for
nice
sure.
things.
Without a doubt, I'm bougie for sure. But I want to reiterate that I'm not spending $16
You're bougie on a
no
budget.
white strawberries, no pink strawberries, no orange
They're
strawberries,
delish.
no black strawberries.
And
And
they're
you know,
all
I love
ripe.
being black, but I ain't spending $16 on 6 black strawberries.
They're all ripe, ready to go, fresh out the package. Eat Air One.
Are you married people doing anything for Valentine's Day tonight? Like,
Please say yes for the sake of your wives.
Honestly, no, we're not. We did some Thursday, and that's how we do. I don't like to go out the day everyone goes out because there's too
Well,
much.
okay, but you're
talk
acknowledging
happening.
the event. It doesn't have to be
Oh,
Friday
yeah.
night. Okay.
So
okay.
here's the thing. Here's what I do. I buy all the cards for the year once, and then I put them in a folder in my office. And then, hey, Valentine's Day, I pull out the card. I'm ready to go.
Unpack
I
that.
sign
What
it.
do you mean?
So like there's so
He
many
has a
different events throughout
stockpile
the
of
year.
cards
A
for
stockpile
every
of cards
holiday.
all year. Yeah.
So he's
Because
ready.
I don't want everyone to be that guy who forgets.
He's pre-prepared. He's
And if I
pre-prepared.
do forget, I'm like, hey, listen,
Smart.
give me 1 second. I have my stomach hurts, and then I'll sign the card.
that's
Hey,
smart.
I got you. Yeah, I know. All year round, I learned the hard way of doing that. But I do that. I'll get flowers, and then I'll take my wife to Chick-fil-A. We'll be good. I'm just kidding. No.
Chick-fil-A.
I think they do those heart-shaped boxes of chicken nuggets. Maybe
Chicken
get one of
nuggets?
those.
Nah. My wife is bougie like me.
I was ordering tacos takeout last night and stuff, and it's like it's like an authentic Mexican place. It's not like a Mexican restaurant. It's like
Right.
it was a food truck, and now they have a brick and mortar. It's like fluorescent lighting kind of place. It's
I love that.
amazing food. But on the website, they were promoting their Valentine's special, and they had like the metal tins that they put their food in, heart shaped, and they had heart shaped quesadillas. And like you can pre-order your Valentine's dinner. And I was thinking, who's ordering the cheap Mexican takeout heart shaped for Valentine's Day? Okay, all right. Yeah.
Me?
They have foldable chairs in the restaurant.
They know they marketing too.
I love those little Mexican spots because they got they have like foldable chairs everywhere. They're all different colors.
100%.
They have there's the plastic party wrap over the table that you would put in a kid's party. They just get a new one every day. Like they know what they're doing. They know.
My wife loves fajitas, so
I just put it in the chat. Y'all can look. This is what I was just trying to order quesadillas and tacos last night, and there was a whole page of heart-shaped
Queso
Mexican
Loco.
food.
Let's see this.
Queso Loco.
you know what? No, it reminds me. This reminds me of the time. Like, imagine if it's a good sentiment. Like getting your wife loves fajitas. She loves quesadillas. We're gonna get you a heart-shaped quesadilla.
It looks delicious.
but
It
look at
looks
the
good, and
elote-
I would
the-
do it.
the
My
elote-
wife would be down.
The elote, the Mexican street corn, fantastic. It's usually covered in white sauce. They cover it in pink sauce for
I
Valentine's Day.
love that.
It's like, I
Dude,
don't
it
know.
looks good.
That's
It
what
looks
I'm
good. I'm
saying,
gonna be
bro.
honest with you.
That's
I would do
creativity.
that. It looks like birria,
Look,
with the.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, it is video. They have a lot of video.
All right,
love
look, the only woman that's in here is Emily. So
Thank you.
Emily, your Valentine's gets you a heart-shaped quesadilla for Valentine's
With
Day.
pink sauce on it.
with pink sauce on it. What's the vibe? What we doing?
I'm going to say thank you. That was a very nice thought that you thought of about 10 minutes ago.
Absolutely.
Are
you want him to take you-
are you actually happy that he did it?
No,
I
you
mean,
want him to go to dinner. You want to go. You want to
Of
be
course,
wined and
dinner.
dined. You don't
Well, that's
want
the
to
thing.
take.
Yeah, I don't just drop it off at my house. Like, let's get that and then maybe go on a picnic or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Like,
Okay,
we
that's
could
fair.
do something.
That's fair.
I don't we don't have to go to a 5-star restaurant. Like, just I want to be show intention. That's it.
That's it.
Like,
That's all that matters.
there's not a budget. It's just did you actually put effort into this? I can tell if you forgot about this and ran to the back room to grab your card of the year. I'm going to be able to know. But
She just called Marty out.
Here's the thing. The thing is this: as a married person, it's very important to do that. And so I don't regret it. It's very important to have
no
a stockpile.
regrets.
I'll say Marty's the one that's married. I'm the one that's not. So.
Okay, Marty, aside from Valentine's, birthday, anniversary, Christmas, do you have like I'm sorry cards and stuff? Like
No,
for fights?
No, I don't do sorry cards. But
I'm sorry.
Maybe
I'm
add
sorry
that to the
cards would be
stack.
crazy.
I've never done anything that bad that deserved a sorry card.
Let's bring your wife on the show and ask her that question.
You're unaware of
bad
it.
things. I've done tons of terrible things, but never horrific, terroristic things. But I've never done anything that required that card.
Okay.
But nothing that ever required an apology.
Yeah, no, apology is cool, but not a card. My wife is like, I get it. You're crazy.
So I was gonna say when I first started touring a long time ago, I'll never forget this. So we're talking about acts of love and intent that matters behind it, right? So I'm on tour. We're in LA. It's my first time in LA. Never been in LA. Most of our first times in LA because we were broke Christian rappers or whatever. So a guy brings us in. We're doing this show, and he says, "Hey guys, I heard that you guys really like Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles."
Oh.
I bought y'all Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles t-shirts. So he bought all of us Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle t-shirts. Dude is as white as them strawberries that Marty was talking about.
They're so white, they're pink, so it could be true.
Bro, he was so like, hey guys, look, I know that you like
I got them all
heart-shaped
3X.
quesadillas. I got you all these Roscoe's
Did he at
Chicken
least
and
bring
Waffle
chicken
shirts.
or just the shirts?
No, just the shirts. So he
What
was.
the heck?
Wait, that
And
actually
we were
is worse.
so appalled.
That's really bad. Yeah, that's bad.
So he was saying, I heard you all, meaning black people, like chicken and waffles.
We were
That's what I thought too, Cam.
No, this people was driving us around town, and we was like, man, I can't wait to try Roscoe's.
Got it.
And I was like, man, I can't wait to try it. So then he's like, hey, you know, I heard from the staff that you guys care about this place. Let me get you these shirts. But it just came off wrong. So to me, I feel like that's how the quesadilla might come off to some people.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Derek.
like, hey,
Feels like a hint of racist in that.
It's like
racism in
a
that.
white guy who just started to date a Hispanic girl, and he thinks she's going to want the heart quesadilla for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
for real.
Why did
my
he get
gosh.
Tripoli a shirt and got everybody else's shirt? That's, I don't know.
Terrible.
Oh, man. Well, we have a great show coming up. Later, we talk to Rodney Jerkins. You probably know him as Darkchild. He is on the Mount Rushmore of music production. Grammy Award winner, worked with the biggest names. I'll tell you more about it in the intro. But he's doing an interesting move toward Christian music. So we talk all about that. You don't want to miss it. At the end of the show, since this is Valentine's Day, we have the game we've done in the past. Is this a love song or a worship song lyric? So we'll test y'all's ability to decipher that. But stay tuned after this break. It's Relevant Buzz. Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Mercy Ships. Globally, 5 billion people lack access to surgical care. In sub-Saharan Africa, there's only one surgeon for every 200,000 people. Mercy Ships provides free, life-transforming surgeries for people who have little to no access to medical care. They help the blind see, straighten twisted limbs, remove deadly tumors, treat cleft conditions, and so much more. With state-of-the-art hospital ships, they provide safe surgery to children and adults living with treatable conditions, and it's completely free of charge. They do all this work with an all-volunteer crew of professionals who donate their time and talents. Surgeons, stewards, nurses, engineers, and more make the world a better place. Your donation today provides free, safe surgeries to people in desperate need of help. All gifts are matched, so please donate today at mercyships.org/relevant. Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Tim Tebow's book, Look Again. Have you ever wondered what would change if you truly believed you were infinitely valuable to God? In his New York Times bestselling book, Look Again, Tim Tebow reveals the powerful truth that when we learn to see the image of God in every person, including those we struggle to love, everything changes. Tebow shares incredible stories from his work with people the world often overlooks, and it will challenge you to stand up to the lies, rediscover the worth that everyone has, and impact the world for good. Find Look Again by Tim Tebow, available now wherever books are sold. Okay, it's time for
Relevant Buzz.
Tell us what's happening at the intersection of faith and culture this week, Emily.
Okay, so normally I kick off with like entertainment news, but I want to go a little different this week. There's a new study that recently came out that I kind of want to talk to y'all about. So Lifeway Research surveyed thousands of American Christians on their view of immigration and refugees. And as I'm sure we're all aware, there's been a lot of talk about immigration, specifically anti-immigration laws, in the news recently, which is why I was a little surprised that this study found that a majority of Christians believe the U.S. has a moral obligation to accept refugees.
What, like, break that down, like how big of a majority and stuff.
So 70% believe that accepting refugees is not just a political issue, but an ethical one. And 73% say that Christians have a duty to care for displaced individuals. So we need to accept refugees. Now, I do want to clarify something. Refugees sometimes get included in the group when we talk about illegal immigrants. A lot of people use those sort of interchangeably or as the same thing. Those are two separate groups. Right. Refugees are people who are fleeing persecution, have been granted resettlement through a legal process through Congress. That process typically takes months, sometimes years. So I do want to make that distinction.
Sure. But they I watch this show Contraband on the Border a lot. Like, it's good background noise, and it's all the like agents at the border. And I don't know what the laws are now, but while they were filming it, the laws were if somebody walked up to the gate, like they didn't try to cross illegally, but they came up to, the crossing point, an agent would sit them down, ask them their story. If it seemed like they had a credible fear of harm or violence, in their country, and they were leaving for a credible reason, they would put them in the system and admit them into the country. And then they'd be in the queue to meet with an immigration judge at some point up to a year later, like some point in the year. And then the judge would make the final determination about their situation, if they would be granted asylum or not. But I mean, our country has been a place of asylum for people with credible, needing refugee status. So, it's a thing. I mean, it's a big thing that America's always offered.
I would love for them to do that same survey at a Christian college just to see what they would do.
Well, this is representative of, so why we looked into it. Lifeway Research is very credible. So they would have done a wide range of denominations and ages and break it down. But this is confirmation to me that the rhetoric we hear from the extremes doesn't represent the silent majority. If the 70% of Christians are saying America should be more welcoming to refugees and the church has an obligation to welcome the refugees and assist the refugees, that to me says a lot.
But right now, the issue with the deportations, if I'm not mistaken, is not refugees, right? It's immigrants. It's
illegal immigrants who have committed crimes. But as I put in the group chat a couple of days ago, early stats are very surprising. In the first few weeks of this current administration, for all of the talk about mass deportations, the Homeland Security, they report weekly statistics about deportations. And the weekly statistics of this past month and a half are half the level of deportations from last year, from the Biden administration. And Biden was deporting about 11,000 people a week, and so far it's been about 5,000 people a week getting deported. So again, this is a reason why you got to look at facts and not just listen to social media hysteria and hyperbole and just people spitting off at the mouth. But what is actually happening isn't the big shock and awe thing that we were told was happening. It's just, if you look over the last several decades, the top number one administration that deported people aggressively was Obama, and number two was Biden.
Those years, I mean, I was younger during Obama and stuff, but I just never heard about ICE. I never knew what ICE was. I never knew that people were getting, rounded up and sent out, which, is a part of our culture and a part of America and the rules of even living here. But now I feel like people are a little bit more informed. Things are everywhere right now. I don't know if anything's like for instance, there's so much disinformation, like in LA, of course. That's all I hear.
I'll say the funny thing is this. Like, you made a great point. You were like, I didn't know this during the Obama campaign. And somewhere along the lines, politics became like football. And all of us became armchair quarterbacks. And I think that's what's happening now is you have a bunch of armchair quarterbacks watching a football game that they don't know anything about. And, I think that's kind of where we're at right now, even with all of this information. Because like you said, Emily, there's a huge distinction between refugee and immigrant.
Yeah.
And there's people that specialize in both of those things.
Yeah.
But somehow we get this information and we get a flood of information. And then we become the armchair quarterbacks that know exactly what's going on. And then I think now the politicians begin reacting to that as well as actual policy and things of that nature.
I agree with you fully. I was part of, it would have been probably 2013. There was a gathering of faith leaders at the White House who met with Obama specifically to talk about immigration and refugees. It was a humanitarian crisis. It was something the administration was addressing, and they wanted to kind of talk to faith leaders about kind of like caring for the least of these and that kind of stuff. And I remember Obama and some of his top officials telling the room that his philosophy for immigration for America's safety was to build bigger walls and bigger doors. So he wanted to reform the legal way for people to come in and get refugee asylum, but he wanted to keep out the people who don't belong here. So bigger walls, but bigger doors. And that phrase stuck in my brain. So then when the walls conversation got co-opted a few years later, and it became a thing of like fear mongering of anybody who's trying to enter our country is bad. We need to keep everybody out. It just riled everybody up. It's like, no, bigger walls, but bigger doors. Like we need to like have an option for people who need it. This is what our country's built on as immigrants, but we need to have a legal immigration process. If you shut down legal immigration, people who are desperate have no option but illegally to try to enter the country. So like, let's bigger walls, but bigger doors. That's kind of like just personally, that's my ethos.
I've realized that I think just our future is just going to be confusing because you could do a press release. You can have, literally the president literally say what he's going to do. And by the time you get done having AI take and duplicate his voice and create something different, Joe or Bob in his basement chopping the clip up in half and then coming back and giving his commentary and it going viral, whether it's right or wrong. And then the actual stuff from the politicians that feel like they got to jump on it to kind of put their spin on it. We don't know what the hell going on. Like we just really don't know what's going on. So I just think that it's really, I think the best thing that all of us can do, even with a situation like this, going back just to bring it home to the church, is like the church has to do what the church does best, and that's actually dealing with people to people. Yeah. Dealing with people to people in their community, et cetera, et cetera. So it's like, I love the fact that the church is passionate about refugees as far as on the, with the survey. I think the next step is making sure that let's add that, add that into our repertoire of things that we're actually helping in the local community with, you know what I mean?
I think the next step also might be to get Greenland and then call it Red, White, and Blue Land. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to.
I like that idea.
Powered by the Home Depot.
You saw that, guys, right? You guys know that that's a real. Okay, cool.
No, to add on to Derek's point, though, like I think kind of again going back to the survey and like we can have this perception of that like the majority of America wants to kick out every single immigrant, whether they're legal, illegal, refugee, whatever. But like you said, when we talk people to people, I don't have a single friend who's like, yes, let's deport legal Americans. Like I talk about immigration a lot with my friend. Like I talked about it a lot in Texas because Texas was a massive, obviously getting a lot of immigrants. I know plenty of immigrants, legal and illegal. But like in Tennessee, there are a lot of people who are from like the Midwest who don't really have that many interaction with immigrants. And so like I get to have this conversation with them. And even if maybe they're more aggressive, having like a conversation and me telling them my thoughts on it and, not being like dogmatic about it, but just having like a lively debate about it. I don't know. I feel better talking to real people than looking at these headlines saying like, we all hate each other and immigrants and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's not true. Like, I just know that that's not true.
Yeah.
So anyways,
so some topics to talk about during Valentine's Day dinner.
Sounds good.
There you go.
Break the ice.
A little lively conversation. All right, moving on. The next thing I want to talk about is social media addiction. I know that that's something.
Marty, are you listening?
I was trying not to make eye contact, but yeah.
How did I get roped into this? How did I?
I'm kidding. Honestly, I feel like we would all identify as having some level of like social media addiction at this point.
Factual.
There was a new study that found that 210 million people globally struggle with social media addiction. And as y'all know, I'm an Enneagram 5. I'm a researcher. And so, like I said, we know we're addicted. I wanted to know, why are we addicted, or how are we addicted?
Okay. So it's not just we know the algorithm stuff, right? Like, we're not talking about that. There's other things that their companies are doing to addict us besides just algorithm.
Well, but it's like, I feel like we talk about the algorithm, but we're like, what do we mean by that? Like, what is it exactly? And so, as it turns out, social media apps are actually using the same psychological tricks as casinos to get us hooked.
What?
Unpack that.
Okay, so for example, like the pull to refresh function, like when you're scrolling on TikTok and you pull to refresh, that kind of mimics the motion of a slot lever, like when you pull a machine. So,
and I love slots, I
do. Yeah, so it's like you get like this rush of like dopamine and this like triggering anticipation of like maybe I'm going to get something good.
Oh
wow!
Interesting.
Or there's things like variable rewards, so like things to keep you checking compulsively, also like a slot machine. So like you post something and then you're going back periodically to see, how did it do? Did I get a lot of likes? Did I get a lot of comments? Like, even if you say you don't really care about the engagement, like you care about it. And
you're
going
to
back
get the jackpot. Yeah.
I mean, like a friend in the chat said the other day, like we were talking about social media and like how toxic certain platforms are. And he was like, oh, the only thing I ever do on the apps is like when I post stuff, I look at what my engagement, what my likes are. And I'm going, that's the most narcissistic thing I've ever heard. The only thing you do.
Telling everybody that I said that. What the heck? I'm just kidding.
Because like, you only care about you? Like, I don't know. It's so funny.
Yeah, but there's just little things like this, like even like infinite scrolling. This is one I thought was interesting. Because of infinite scrolling, there's never a natural moment to pause and close the app. So it's up to you to be the one to like walk away from the table and say like, I'm done.
So that's almost kind of like, the table, or like in the casino, there's no windows. You don't know what time it is. So you don't know what time I should wrap it up, So it's like, I'm just scrolling infinitely. That's interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was looking and like I said, we all know about social media addiction. I just really wanted to get down to like, how are they actually making me addicted? And it's because every time I go on the app, I'm literally gambling.
And I mean, gambling, they have a 1-800 number and fine print on every gambling commercial now.
Yeah, there should be one on every tweet now.
That's what I'm saying. Like legally, should social media apps put, you may become addicted to this. If you have a problem, call this number,
I want to go back to what Cameron said, that there's no windows in casinos. So imagine the diabolical individual that had a casino and he looked around, he started noticing everybody was leaving. At like nighttime, 6 p.m.
He
was like, he said, board them up. Yeah. He's just like, board all the windows up.
Well, yeah, when you play cards,
something's happening right now.
When you play cards, they do that. They if you play cards ever like at a game in like a hotel room. Not saying I have or haven't, but
on a movie once.
No, yeah, they really will. They'll shut the windows. I don't know why, like the darkness of the room, because I think if you see it, you're like, oh, I gotta go. Like, what am I doing?
Like, there's a world out there. Night. Like, there's things happening. I don't want to miss out on. Yeah.
Why am I at a Motel 6 right now playing cards with Frank Sinatra Jr.? I don't know.
Somebody was an evil genius when they pulled that one off. They was like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just board the windows up.
That's another thing. There's no clocks.
Yeah.
The carpets are a certain way. I love, my favorite thing is the smells. You guys know about the smell. Like Disney has the smell. Casinos have smells. You could buy the smells. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can.
If you want your house to smell like a casino.
Listen, you're in too deep. You're in too deep if you want the casino smell with cigarettes and cheap bourbon. And
sadness
and body odor.
Stress. What's the word? What's the word?
And body odor.
Flop sweats. Just flop sweats.
Yeah. What's the thing that comes out of our bodies when we like laugh and stuff like that? That
pheromones.
Yeah, pheromones.
Look, y'all, you're in too deep. I'm just gonna let you know right now, you're in too deep. You got to come home, fella.
All right. So social media addiction is a real thing, and they're doing it to us on purpose. There you go.
Yeah. All right. And the very last thing I want to talk about is actually, since I was mean to Marty about the social media, this is a gift for you, Marty.
Thank you.
There is a hilarious new trailer out for a movie called Friendship.
I was waiting for it. I saw it on the Relevant Mag. I saw it on Instagram. I love it. I can't. I'm a big Tim Robinson fan.
Yeah. So it's Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd. We're gonna play the trailer for you now, and I'm actually not gonna preface it.
I mean, to think that like he was. I mean, I liked. He did the new Tostinos commercial for the Super Bowl, which I thought was awesome, hilarious. But also, like, he was hired on SNL
for a year.
And I remember seeing him do this one skit, and I had just caught it, and it's when he did Cam, the NBA song.
John Tesh, man, he was Dave Tesh,
right? He was his brother, and he was like basketball. Like.
Derek, have you seen this? It's John Tesh and his brother Dave Tesh pitching the new theme song to NBC executives in the 90s for the NBA on NBC. Okay, so it's okay. So John Tesh is, it's not John Tesh. It's Jason Sudeikis as John Tesh, and he's playing the Dave Tesh is the lyricist, and he's singing along basketball.
Basketball.
And it's just that's all he kept saying is like repeating it, and the execs are kind of like a little weird, maybe we could try it without, and they're like, without? I mean, the lyrics are the whole thing. Like, what are you talking about without the lyrics? It was like, dude, it was so funny, man.
I'm gonna check it out.
Tim Robinson perfectly personified on that.
Only
one
sketch. Joke I've ever said at SNL. That one right there.
Yeah.
Basketball. When I hear the theme song now, which is coming back because the NBA is coming back to NBC next year, I can't not hear the Tim Robinson lyrics or the Dave Tesh lyrics. Anyway, all right, play the. This is the trailer for Friendship. Here we go.
Honey, the new neighbor invited you over for a drink at 8 tonight. I said you'd go.
You don't know my schedule.
You sit there every night. Might be nice to have a pal, a bud.
Hey guys, this is my neighbor Craig. He's the best. I was spiraling. I mean, I see the way the guys look at her. I'm scared.
Sheila's lucky to have a dad like you.
Boy, you should know that I've got you on my mind, your secret admirer. I've been watching you at night. I think of you. I want to be your baby.
If your game is on, give me a call, boo. If your love is strong,
I can see the future. It's full of pals. I'm on the edge of life, and the view is gorgeous.
Look, we had a couple of really nice hangs, but I think it best that we go our separate ways. I don't wish to continue this friendship.
you all accepted me way too fast. You can't do that. You made me feel too free. People need rules.
You should be dead, you psycho! Who are you?
Give me a second chance. Get to know me.
Oh, by the way, it's a comedy. The GQ quote says it's the funniest movie I've ever seen, but it's an A24 movie. So purposefully, I think Tim Robinson had them do the trailer in a spooky A24 psychological thriller kind of vibe, even though it's a comedy. So it's a comedy, but the whole trailer is like super indie thriller vibe. It's so funny.
I love it. I just watched this show. I think it's A24 as well. It's called The Menu.
I like that movie. That movie's great, right?
Movie is nuts.
Makes me want a cheeseburger.
Yes, bro.
Also, that's the first movie I saw with that girl outside of the chess game. Anna, whatever her name is.
Taylor-Joy.
Yeah,
she was
great.
brilliant.
She was great in that.
Yeah,
and even Lex Luthor, the other guy, he's great too. The guy across the guy's name.
I love that he said the chess game, and we all knew he was talking about the Queen's Gambit.
Gambit, yeah. There's only one other movie, and it's the girl from Black Panther, and no one has seen that one. So
can't wait. It's coming out in April.
That's crazy.
They're excited about this.
It's coming out in May.
Amazing.
Yeah.
May.
Basketball.
All right. Well, that'll do it for
Relevant Buzz.
Make sure to check out relevantmagazine.com every day, where we are covering the intersection of faith, culture, and everything in between.
All right, stay tuned after this break. Rodney Jerkins joins us. Today's podcast is brought to you in part by John Mark Comer's book, Garden City, a book that speaks to the tension we all feel between work, rest, and purpose. The New York Times bestselling author John Mark Comer takes us to the scriptures to identify what it really means to be human and flips the script on the idea that who you are matters, not what you do. He shows that God created us for meaningful work and meaningful rest. Both matter. This book helps you ask and answer the big questions. Does God care where I work? Is there a direction for my life? So you can discern God's heart for your calling, your rhythms, and the way His Spirit wants to shape every part of your life. If you're longing for purpose and a more grounded way to live, check out the new hardcover edition of Garden City wherever books are sold.
Well, today's show is brought to you in part by the new book, God, the Science, the Evidence. We talk a lot about faith, but how often do we talk about science in the same breath? You might be surprised to discover just how deeply the two actually agree. For centuries, science has been used to dismiss the idea of God, but today an intellectual revolution is underway. Modern discoveries in physics, cosmology, and biology are consistently revealing the same truth: creation isn't an accident. That profound reversal is what engineers Michel-Yves Bolloré and Olivier Bonassi investigate in their international bestseller, God, the Science, the Evidence. This book is a rigorous, evidence-based critique of materialism, inviting you to explore over a dozen scientific, philosophical, and historical domains. It shows that what was once seemed impossible, that science could point to a creator, is now supported by a vast and convergent body of evidence. With over 400,000 copies sold in Europe, this book is sparking a global debate. It's thoughtful, fascinating, and a powerful reminder that reason itself affirms the existence of God. Learn more and find out where you can purchase your copy today by visiting godthesciencetheevidence.com.
Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Erwin McManus's book, The Barbarian Way. Some books don't just inspire you, they confront you. The Barbarian Way, now celebrating its 20th anniversary, is one of those books. If you felt the pull of God towards something deeper and wilder than the safe, predictable version of faith that we settle for, McManus reminds us that following Jesus was never meant to be tame. It's meant to awaken courage, passion, and purpose God placed inside us. He draws from the wild stories of Abel, Noah, Moses, Rahab, and others to remind us that following God wasn't meant to be tame. Safe faith isn't working. Step into the story God is writing for you. Choose passion, choose boldness, choose the Barbarian Way. Available now wherever books are sold.
Well, our guest today is Rodney Jerkins. You probably know him as Darkchild. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer. He's worked with some of the biggest names in music, from Whitney Houston to Beyonce to Justin Bieber. And last year, he launched Aliens Alive, a brand new Christian hip-hop label. He sat down with Emily to tell us more about the new adventure and what he hopes to create with this label and his dream of creating a Christian Coachella one day. Here's our conversation with Rodney Jerkins.
Well, it's not every day that I get to talk to someone who has just been inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. How are you feeling about that recognition?
I feel good. I feel blessed, I feel very blessed. I'm humbled by it all. It just lets me know that, as a young kid pursuing a dream, my dad said to work hard. You can't get anywhere in life unless you really put in the work. So this is just a testament to all the hard work throughout the years. And I'm super excited about, being inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
As long as you love me, we're under pressure. 7 billion people in the world trying to fit in.
Well, clearly you've had an amazing career working with some of the biggest artists in music, but now you're working with up-and-coming Christian hip-hop artists on your Aliens Alive label. What made you want to start this? What's the genesis here?
The genesis is me as a kid that's 13 years old, growing up in South New Jersey. My dad's a pastor, and coming from those very traditional Pentecostal holiness roots, and I wanted to be somewhat the person who decided they wanted to rap, and so I was doing gospel rap, and I would go in church and I would rap about seek ye first the kingdom of God, but and it's just full circle. It's just literally a couple of years ago, I was wanting to find something more positive for my children to listen to. And I stumbled on a radio station here in Orlando that played Christian hip hop. And my kids liked it. And then they were like,
Dad, you should start a Christian label. And there you go. We started it, and now we have probably, 7 artists signed to us now? Yeah, and so we're just excited about Aliens Alive and what God is doing, with this. And just super excited for the future of it.
Tell me a little more about your roster. How are you choosing the artists that you want to work with?
Yeah, in the beginning, when we first started, there was this guy from Africa that we discovered. My son, RJ, my oldest son, he really liked this guy. His name is I Am Rescued, IMRSQD. And so he was literally the first person we signed to the label. And then I went to a Christian hip hop concert early on, and at this concert was TJ Carroll, Alex Jean, Caleb Gordon, all these different artists were there. Aaron Cole was there, and they all came to my home. I invited them over to my home afterwards, just started talking to them and mentoring a lot of them. And from there, I signed TJ Carroll, I signed Alex Jean, I signed John Keith, who was also part of Indie Tribe. I also signed John Keith, has a project coming out in the next 4 weeks called was West Indies, him and Miles Minnick together. I signed Gavi. So I had literally this roster that's just filling up, and probably will sign 2 to 3 more artists by the end of this year. So yeah, I'm excited about it because, and I'm looking for artists that kind of represent the brand that we're trying to establish. That really makes sense for the company and how we want to help elevate the genre with the music that's being created, with the visuals we want to shoot, the different things. So, and it's really a heart thing. It's not, it's not about making a bunch of money. It's about how can we impact the youth? How can we give back? We do free Christian hip hop concerts where people can come for free and enjoy these artists. A really good one had Hovey and had Aha Gazelle and had Alex Jean, Caleb Gordon, TJ Carroll. We had a really strong Christian hip hop concert. And I think it's special when you can make it free, when you can, families come out, full families come out, the children come out, enjoy, and not feel like, they're paying crazy amounts of money for a ticket, But that's something that was put on my wife and I heart to do, to be able to use some of the resources that God has blessed us with to be able to give back. And so that's really what it's about.
We've got a great lineup there. I did want to ask, where does the name Aliens Alive come from?
Dead to the world, alive in Christ. I think if you're a Christian, I believe you're an alien. Because I say that because we're citizens of heaven, and it's in the scripture, so we're not of this world. We're part of God's world, so we must be aliens. To everybody else, I'm an alien. If they don't believe what I believe, then I must be different from you. I must be an alien. So that's kind of where it came from.
I like it. Were you workshopping any other names?
No, it came to me instant. It was crazy. I literally was praying, God, I need, I don't know what to call this, and I need your help with this. And literally it was it came to me. I think I was watching Pastor John MacArthur, and he was preaching from Peter, and he mentioned, and while he was speaking, he was like, we're citizens of heaven. We're aliens of the world. And it hit me in that moment. Aliens alive, dead to the world, alive in Christ. And the funny thing is, and I love the way it's named, because most people who start, record companies, they call it so-and-so records or so-and-so records. I didn't call it that. I just call it Aliens Alive, because I think that leaves a lot of room for growth in other areas. If we want to have our own radio station, if we want to have our own festival, if we want to have, it's not limited to just a record company.
Oh, I love the sound of that. What are some more of your future goals with Aliens Alive?
Oh, definitely all the things I just mentioned. We want to have our own. We want to have our own festival. I believe I've always had this vision of kind of like a Christian Coachella type of event, And so that's one of the goals of Aliens Alive, is to hopefully in the next couple of years to be able to have a Christian Coachella type of event, festival. I would love for us to have our own Aliens Alive playlist where I'm able to curate music that falls in line with what I think is the highest quality of this Christian space. And then, of course, just other media opportunities, podcasts, etc.
I would love to know, what has it been like working with exclusively Christian artists? Like, how has that experience been for you?
Listen, I've always utilized my space, my studio and wherever, to be able to talk to people that may not go to church, or people who may be unbelievers, and give them my testimony and talk to them and use that platform for such, right? So I've been around some of the biggest artists that we look at them and say they're just these huge artists and sell millions of records, but I see them as souls. And I see sometimes in the intimate setting of a studio, sometimes you see the emptiness in someone that you may not see when they're on stage. So that opportunity then presents itself for me to be bold and just speak the truth. And I've always had that stance, right? Whether I look at it like, okay, what's the worst thing that can happen? They don't want to work with me anymore. Okay. Right? They don't want to work with me, or the song doesn't go on their album. Okay. But at least I got a chance to speak something that may stay within their heart for a minute, or something they might be able to reference back to. You know what I mean? I never forget a long time ago, in like 2000, I want to say it was 2005 or 6, I got woken up in the middle of the night. I had this dream, and Jay-Z was in my dream, but he was crying out profusely to God. Crying out profusely, just weeping, and it was almost like, it was almost the cry of, I didn't make it in. I didn't make it to heaven. That's how the cries were, almost like a please, 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 please. And I woke up and it rattled my spirit so much that my wife said, you should call him. And it was like 3 a.m. And I called him. I called him at like 3 a.m. and told him the dream. As the Bible says, tell a dream as a dream. And I called at 3 a.m. and he said to me, he goes, wow, he said, if there ever comes a time where my mind or my spirit is in the right place, I'll remember this phone call. I know I will remember this phone call. So I don't know when that is. I don't know. I just know that I was being obedient, right? And I was being obedient and saying, where some people would just say, oh, it's just a dream, and let it go. There was no reason for me to have the dream about Jay-Z, but I did. And I was being obedient and told him, and who never knows, they never know, there might be a day, there may be an hour where he experienced something that he can reference back to that dream. So, again, just using the platform for purpose-driven things. And, I've never been one to, I'm not perfect. We make mistakes, and I admit to that. But I'm really right now in a place where I'm trying to do the best I can with having a servant's heart and being a leader to people as well, that I work with.
Don't wanna be playing no more. See, I think I found someone I can live my life for.
That was Rodney Jerkins. Make sure to check out Aliens Alive. They are doing some pretty cool stuff. All right, stay tuned. Up next, it's Worship or Love. Well, today's podcast is brought to you in part by the new book, Confessions of a Christian Alcoholic. Author Jonathan Seidel knows firsthand how even believers can get stuck in shame and destructive habits, especially when it comes to one of society's biggest obsessions, alcohol. In Confessions of a Christian Alcoholic, he details his spiral into disordered drinking and shares the 4-step process he eventually used to break free. There's hope for alcoholics who become Christians and for Christians who become alcoholics. Find Confessions of a Christian Alcoholic wherever books are sold. What if you could change a child's life with just $10? Right now, thousands of vulnerable children in East Africa are suffering from jiggers. It's a painful, preventable parasite that burrows into their feet. Soul Hope is the only organization treating it through foot washing, medical care, and durable closed-toed shoes that protect kids long after treatment. $10 may not seem like much in today's world, but when we come together, those small gifts add up to big change. Join the 10 for 10 campaign. $10 protects 10 small toes. Visit soulhope.org/10 to give now. One small gift makes a big difference. Again, that's soulhope, SOLE, hope.org/TEN. You know, it's Valentine, so it is time for...
Is it a love song or a worship song?
Is it a love song or a worship song? Worship or love? So I'm going to read you guys a lyric, and you're going to tell me if it's a love song or a worship song, and 1 point each. Here we go. All right. Marty, you're up first.
Let's do
Draw
it.
me close to you. Never let me go.
Bruh.
For sure, that's going to be worship. I hope. I think it's worship.
It is a worship song. It's
Okay, cool.
Don Moen wrote it in the early days. It's called Draw Me Close.
It's also every song, but
Michael
whatever.
W. Smith has
I was gonna
covered
say
it.
that's like a huge worship song.
Yeah, Draw Me Close.
Bro, you better give me like "Do You Want a Revolution" or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
That was so
That's a love
easy,
song.
bro.
Lay it all down again. Anyway, all right. Here we go, Derek. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us.
Come on.
That's absolutely a worship song.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
not good.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to take that one out.
No. Keep
That's-
it in because you gave him.
It's a capital.
Draw me close to you.
All right,
You know,
fine. Two mulligans to start with. We're coming out weak. All right, here we go.
Give me some.
Okay, Emily, you're up. Here we go. You're the one thing I can't get enough of.
See, that's tough because it could be about God or it could be about love.
That's the point of the game.
I know. I'm going to say it's a love song.
It is. Berlin, Take My Breath Away.
Wow.
All right,
classic.
Marty, here we go. You're my everything. The sun that shines above you makes the bluebird sing.
I mean, there was a time in worship where it started getting very nature-esque, but I'm gonna say that's a love song, not a worship song.
It's a Barry White song. You're my everything.
Very sexy.
All right, Derek, here we go. Could go either way on this one. I'm madly in love with you.
Oh man,
That's it.
That's it. That's the entire lyric. That's the entire lyric. I'm madly in love with you.
Man, what?
that's a Bethel song.
All right, I'm madly in love with you. Let's call it. Ain't nobody gonna say that in no love song. It's a worship song.
It is, and you were very close, Marty. It wasn't Bethel; it's Bethel adjacent. It's Jesus Culture, which came from
my
Bethel.
gosh.
It's
I'm
called
madly in love with you.
You Won't Relent is the song.
That has youth group all over it. That has hippie white church all over it.
Well, that's Jesus Culture, youth group,
There you
hippie
go.
white church.
Exactly what Kiss culture they call that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Emily, let my heart want for nothing but you, just you. Let my heart want for nothing but you, just you.
That better be a worship song.
Hillsong Young and Free, just Jesus. All right, Marty, I'll give you everything, all my life, all my love. I give you my fortune and fame.
You know, I think that is a worship song, but at the same time, yeah, it's a worship song because no one would ever give their money away to anybody else.
Jason Derulo would. It's called The Sky's the Limit.
Wow. Jason, I don't think you would do that. I think you're a liar.
Jason lying.
He's just trying to woo her. It's going to be a bait and switch. He gets what he wants, and he's going to
say
cast her
whatever he
aside.
can to get it. Yeah.
He's got his heart-shaped quesadillas. He's like, baby, I'll give you my fortune.
Why does Cameron sound so like frustrated with Jason right now? He's like, he's just gonna leave you, girl.
He's just wooing her.
He's gonna leave you.
Don't believe Jason Derulo.
Don't listen to Jason.
Don't leave. Don't trust those abs.
All right, Derek, here we go. Hold me close. Let your love surround me. Hold me close. Let your love surround me.
I'm not. That's a worship song.
Hillsong, The Power of Your Love.
We're gonna say, man, that it's a vernacular that the white hippies use. No, I'm clued in.
Emily, you're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to.
You're going to give me a Shania Twain song and assume I don't know it.
You're still the one.
Dang. Hey, look, she didn't even have to think about that. She was about to finish the lyric for you.
Listen, I love me some Shania Twain.
Okay. Every time, Marty, every time I see your face, my heart takes off on a high-speed chase.
That 100% is Upper Room. Has to be.
No, it's a love song. It's Colby Calais, Falling for You.
That has to be Michael W. Smith. That has to be.
The high-speed chase, they're running around the auditorium with their flags.
That sounds very much like a Lauren Daigle song.
You said Dangle? Did you put an N in there?
Her name's Dangle?
No, it's
Daigle.
I, Daigle. Not
hey,
a...
bro.
Whatever. That'd probably be the last time I even say that word, so it's fine.
Dangle? Yeah, let's keep it up.
Why y'all do that girl like that?
Where is she at right now? I don't even know.
She's singing at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't get Adele.
Yo!
Has anyone ever noticed how
She's saying
similar she
America
is?
the
Come on,
Beautiful.
man.
Adele
Did
can't
she
sing
wrong
America
you or
the
something?
Beautiful.
Lauren is a national treasure. Why are you
She's
besmirching-
incredible, but I just feel like, she's very much like Adele. Like, she has the similar songs, Rolling Back the Stone, Rolling in the Deep. Come on, we have to go down this path. It's just too much happening.
Wait, okay,
She
but
got a song
Adele
called
can't.
Rolling Back the
Christians.
Stone? That sounds
It's
like
called
Rolling
Rolling Stone, but yeah.
Rolling Stone, sorry,
Yeah.
Rolling Stone. She has a song that's exactly the same, and no one talks about it.
Except for you.
Except for me. I'm the whistleblower over
The
here.
truther.
Yeah, you've corrected America's error. Thank you for...
Hey,
Yeah.
bro, what's good? All right.
All right, Derek, here we go. I'm lost without you. Can't help myself. I'm lost without you. Can't help myself.
It's a love song.
Robin Thicke, Lost Without You.
Lost without you.
That's a good song.
All right, Emily, you found me in the darkness, wandering through the desert.
Lauren Daigle, for sure. Come on, Emily.
Yeah, that does feel like a worship song.
Kings of Leon.
Oh, no. Honestly, they were
You
always
didn't know
like
Kings of Leon?
Christian adjacent.
By the way, just I don't know the numbers, but I know Marty's missed two, and she just missed one. So Derek, you're in the lead. You're batting 1,000 right now.
That's crazy. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Derek has 4. I have 3. Marty has 2.
Marty, just disappointment.
I'm just
man.
having too much fun with you guys with this Lauren Daigle song.
I'm just glad you got her name right.
Yeah, you just said it right. Marty,
Daigle.
he is jealous
That's
for
Italian.
me. I lay back against you and breathe. Feel your heartbeat.
I mean,
if that ain't a look.
yeah,
Never
that has to
mind.
be a love song. But I do feel as if this is like a trick question. So I'm going to say that this is a worship song. And let me guess the worship leader. It's Planet Shakers.
Carrie Job, very close.
Oh, it was so close. Okay. Dallas.
Hold on. How you hear God heartbeat?
How you going to lay your back on God like that?
I lay back against you and breathe. Feel your heartbeat. That's the lyric.
You can't lay on
She
Jesus.
lying. She lying in a song about God.
It's like that Cartman episode of South Park where he just sings love songs and they switch one word around and it becomes a Christian song. We're getting there at this point.
Yeah.
We're hitting that territory.
Let's do it. She lying though.
Carrie
She
Job
got
and
to
Lauren Daigle
repent.
are going to hear this podcast and be like, why don't you guys like us? And we love you guys.
I love
It's
both of
just
y'all, but you lying
the
right
song.
now.
Derek, all I want is just to know your heart so you won't keep me here until we're one. All I want is just to know your heart, so won't you keep me here until we're one?
That's a worship song.
Bethel Music, Closer. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Felt a little icky on that one. Gotta be honest with you.
That was a strange one.
It's a Bruno Mars,
Let's move on.
Bruno Mars song.
It was a strange one.
It's the one Lady Gaga. It's a Bruno Mars song.
Emily, when my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same.
That's a Sexy Red song. I'm just going to throw it out there.
It is
I do think
absolutely
it's a
not
love
sexy
song.
red.
It does not feel worship to me. I do think it's love.
Ed Sheeran, Thinking Out Loud.
Good old Ed.
Last round. Here we go. Marty, here we go.
For 30 points.
Yeah, for 5 points. It's
Everything we
anybody's
just
game.
did is completely irrelevant right now.
Yeah, for 5 points. I'm falling on my knees, offering all of me.
I feel like this is a Sam Smith song, but yeah, I'm gonna say it's a love song.
Hillsong, Hungry.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, I was off. But I think Sam said some similar things to some other songs.
I ain't touching that one. I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole, my boy.
I'm literally saying things to see what Cameron
trying to bait me out. Nah,
yeah.
bro. You on Marty Island with that one. Social Club Misfit Island with that one.
Easy.
You know, Misfit.
All right, Derek, open up my eyes to your heart. To your heart.
Let's worship. Open my eyes to your
Lenny Kravitz. The song is played.
Oh.
That's the same. That's the same lyrics.
No, I know the song you're thinking of. It is a little different.
Open up my eyes to your heart. To your heart. Yep.
Lord, it does have the word Lord. This is Fly by. This is I Want to Get Away by Lenny Kravitz. I want to.
Emily, here we go.
That was a super trick question. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I could win this here. Okay, if I get this right.
Let's see what's happening.
Emily, when I fall on my knees with my face to the rising sun.
Say it again.
Sam Smith.
When I fall on my knees with my face to the rising sun.
For my sanity, I hope that's a worship song.
Ray Charles, let us break bread together. Ray Charles.
Really, Ray?
You guys all lost the last round, but that means Derek wins. Congrats,
Derek. Appreciate it.
There you go.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well,
where's send me a heart-shaped quesadilla.
We're gonna mail that to you.
I want to try that joint out. Send me a heart-shaped quesadilla.
Taco.
Well, thanks again to Rodney Jerkins for joining us. Make sure to check out all the stuff they're doing with Aliens Alive, Alex Jean, John Keith, I Am Rescued, and a bunch more. You can find out all their info online. Follow them on IG for the latest. Also, check out issue 116 of Relevant. Nate Bargatze's on the cover. We got Connor Price, Gallant, Jackie O'Perry, Aiden King, stacked lineup, Chad Veach, David Kushner, Mia Hughes, Church Hurt piece. It's awesome. You can read it for free. Just click the magazine tab over at relevantmagazine.com. And if you want the beautiful digital magazine experience, you can get it with Relevant Plus. You get that. You get ad-free unlimited reading at the website. You also get this podcast ad-free. You can sign up right there at relevantmagazine.com. All right, on that note, we'll wrap it. I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Derek Miner.
I'm Emily Brown.
I'm Marty.
We will see you on Tuesday. Have a great Valentine's weekend, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Relevant Podcast. Check out our features, interviews, and news updates every day at relevantmagazine.com. And make sure to follow Relevant on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest. For more great podcasts, browse the shows on the Relevant Podcast Network, which you can find at our site. And while you're there, don't miss the all-new era of Relevant Magazine. A new issue releases every other month at relevantmagazine.com.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I said thanks, Emily.
You're welcome.
Honestly, I thought you were frozen, Emily.
I thought you were frozen. I was like,
oh, maybe
okay.
I was. No.
I was like, what's she doing right now? You're just staring at us.
You're just staring. I was like,
thanks, okay.
Wait, I never say. You always say thank you, and I never say anything.
You'll do a little. You'll do a little like.
There was a pause there for you, and you just were like. Why'd you just do the Elon Musk salute?
Emily hit you with it. You're welcome.
Why'd you just do the Elon Musk salute? What the heck?
I mean, I had to get y'all's attention somehow.
Relevant Podcast Network.